Ah, you have returned. You still have the shard, don't you? Make your visit brief. You put us all at risk with your return. Is that the sarcasm of humans that I detect? Sometimes it is so difficult to tell. I sense one task only led to another. Such is the way. What seems a simple thread is often part of a complex tapestry. Did not take long for our foe to discover that you had left. I fear you must have faced him on the road to Neverwinter. Does he still hunt you? Gith Yankee. I've heard their names mentioned only once or twice in passing. Invaders from the outer plains. A fierce foe. When she was a little older than you, adventure sought her out as well. We met in a tavern and were drawn together by mutual necessity. There were others with us, and some tales of our adventures were told. But not all such stories end well. One day we both realized that of the original band, only we were left. I had had enough of death, especially of those close to me. Your mother was spun of a different silk and maintained her vitality in spite of loss. When I settled in West Harbor with my Shayla, she would visit us from time to time. A heart can heal over time. I had become content. One day when Esmeralda returned, she was thick with child. You. Those were good times. Before you ask, she never mentioned any details about your father. And in my homeland, we respect such silence. Then, I lost everything. Again, I cannot speak of this anymore. Please, leave me.
Looks like it didn't take you long to make new friends. It's been quiet since the attack. Everyone's just working to fix all of the damage done, and Georg has the militia training even harder now. He's pretty upset about the number of harbormen we lost, and wants to make sure we're better prepared if there's a next time. No attacks. I guess sending you away with the shard really made a difference. So, maybe you shouldn't stay too long. No offense, but if that shard is what caused all the trouble, you really should keep it away from here. I'm sure it's an exciting life, but my duty is here in West Harbor. If there is another attack, I want to be here to help. Not that what you're doing isn't important. It's just that someone needs to stay behind and keep an eye on things.
So, the great hero returns. Been watching out for danger, like I said? And what about that swamp elf? See it yet?
Swamp elf?
Ah, I see you have. Oh, look at her. She looks a little smaller than I expected, though, for a giant. Looks close enough, I suppose.
Oh, the giant swamp elf. Yes. Obviously you haven't heard. It still lives. Constantly growing, constantly feeding. Of course, now that it's forced to range farther and farther, well, I imagine it will be here soon enough.
What? There's no such thing.
Yes, it may seem that way now. Talk to me again after it attacks. Maybe that'll change your mind.
Oh? We'll be careful then. So, what can I do for you? So, you made the trip safely. Seen more of the world, eh? Don't suppose you've run into that swamp elf? It's as tall as a house, I'm telling you. We've been having some problems with lizardlings. No attacks yet, but they've been seen in greater numbers. A lot of them coming from those ruins outside of town. Bevel gave us a bit of a scare as well. Went missing right after you left for a day or 3. Came up in bad shape, but Brother Mering mended him and now he's fine.
Looks like it didn't take you long to make new friends. I'm sure it's an exciting life, but my duty is not that what you're doing is... It's been... He's no attacks, so, maybe you...
Ah, I heard you came back, yes? I'm afraid my new apprentice is barely adequate. You probably are here for some sort of reason, I imagine. None. We haven't seen or heard of them since you left. I suspect that you, however, saw more of them, yes? Whatever you took from the village is the only thing they cared about. I've investigated that matter for many years, searching for any clues about the demonic army. And in the short time since you've left, there haven't been any remarkable breakthroughs. There may never be any. Interesting. I was unaware of this. Perhaps I should question your foster father more closely about the events of that time. Dagon leaves me to my business, and I leave him to his. But my research must come first.